The WNBA All-Star Game is where the league's biggest stars are supposed to shine. But after the 2026 All-Star Game, one question started spreading everywhere. Who had the worst performance of the night? We started debating four names: Angel Reese, Dominique Malonga, Gabby Williams, and Paige Bueckers. Some believed a young star failed to deliver on the biggest stage. Others argued that one bad All-Star performance does not define a player. But when you look at the numbers, the opportunities, and the expectations surrounding these players, one performance clearly created more discussion than the others. So who struggled the most in the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game? Let's break it down. Angel Reese entered the All-Star Game with one of the biggest fan followings in the entire league. The Chicago Sky Star became one of the WNBA's most talked about players because of her rebounding ability, physical style, and the rivalry storyline with Caitlin Clark. But the All-Star Game is different from a regular season matchup. Players have limited time, fewer possessions, and everyone on the floor is talented enough to take over. For Reese, the biggest criticism from some fans was that her impact did not match the huge attention surrounding her. Many expected her to dominate the glass and create memorable moments, but some viewers felt she struggled to make the same impact she usually makes during competitive games. However, supporters pointed out that All-Star Games are not designed around one player's strengths. With so many stars sharing the court, roles can completely change. Dominique Malonga arrived at the All-Star stage as one of the most exciting young talents in women's basketball. At her age, simply being selected showed how much potential the league sees in her. But the pressure of playing alongside established superstars can be difficult. The pace was faster, the spotlight was brighter, and every mistake was magnified by fans watching around the world. Some viewers felt Malonga looked uncomfortable at times and did not have the same influence she shows in normal games. But others argued that expecting a young player to immediately dominate an all-star environment may not be realistic. This game was another learning experience for a player many believe has a huge future ahead. Gabby Williams has built her reputation as one of the best defensive players in basketball. Her value often comes from things that do not always appear in the box score: defensive pressure, smart decisions, and doing the small things that help a team win. The challenge in an all-star game is that defensive specialists sometimes have fewer chances to show their strengths. With players focusing on scoring highlights and offensive plays, Williams' biggest strengths were harder to notice. Some fans looked at the scoring numbers and questioned her impact, while others understood that her game has never been only about putting up points. Paige Bueckers may have entered the All-Star Game with the highest expectations of all. From her college career at UConn to becoming a major WNBA star, fans expect special moments whenever she steps on the court. Because of that popularity, every quiet performance receives extra attention. Some fans believe Bueckers did not create enough highlight moments compared to what they expected from a player with her skill level. But All-Star Games can be unpredictable. Players are sharing the ball, rotations change quickly, and not every star gets the chance to control the game. A single night does not erase the talent that made her one of basketball's biggest names. So who was the worst player in the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game? The answer depends on what you value. If you judge only by expectations and popularity, some fans may point to Angel Reese or Paige Bueckers because they entered the game with the biggest spotlight. If you judge by adjustment and opportunity, young players like Dominique Malonga faced a completely different challenge. And if you judge by statistics alone, the conversation changes again. The reality is that All-Star Games are unpredictable, and one performance does not define a player's career. But we want to hear from you. Who do you think had the weakest performance in the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game? Angel Reese, Dominique Malonga, Gabby Williams, or Paige Bueckers? Comment your choice below, and subscribe to Hoops Uncovered for more WNBA stories, debates, and player breakdowns.